All right, and we're back. Just had to start again. Got the fresh hat up for sale tomorrow. 23 left. And yeah, I'm gonna wear it for the rest of the episode just to show you guys how good of quality and comfortable these things really are. Um, but moving on, me and Buck, we went through the first four games in Dayton, and we've also gone through the first four games of the East region. Now we're gonna jump to honestly one of the most interesting matchups I think in this first round, Louisville, South Florida. You want to start this one off, or you want me to start us off here?
I can start us off here, and you can take the next game. We can just ultimate like we did last time.
All right, all right.
I've watched both these teams a good amount this year. Obviously, USF coming off a 3 dub today against Wichita State, who I really like as well. And this Louisville team is not bad by any means. Coming out of the ACC, which this year is honestly probably one of the weakest big Power Four conferences. But we were talking off camera, and we said this is where we see like maybe our first upset of the bracket coming in out of the top region. And I do really think 5.5 point spread on this game just seems like it's set up to be an upset outright. And I do think the Bulls can easily cover this game, and I think I'm gonna take them on the W, the money line.
Yeah, like you said, we were talking off camera about this game, how we felt like it could be that first upset. It's going to be an unpopular opinion to some, but these odds makers know what they're doing, and I think that 5.5 number is super telling, and I will be taking that plus 5.5 South Florida as well as that plus 185 on the money line. It opened at 7.5. It's going down. The books know. They know. Um, so yeah, give us these Bulls to move on to the second round. They play in the American. It was down this year, but this squad is full of dogs. They beat Utah State back in the non-con. That's all I need to say.
Yes, just checking out the team. I really haven't kept up with USF too much besides just watching the game. Not really looking at the players, but looking at the top players, you got my boy Wes Ennis coming out the 513. Shout out Dayton, baby. It's one of the boys I grew up watching just a couple years ahead of me, and he was knew he was pretty tough in high school. But with Louisville, you got Conwell from Xavier transferred over. He's averaging about 19, 20 points a game. He's a really good player. Got Mikel Brown as well. So two really good guys there. They're going to have to stop to win this game. Keep them boys under 20 points per game, or under 20 points this game each. And I think that's going to be their focus. And if USF plays their best of their ability and Louisville doesn't play their best ball, I think USF can still on a people here and get this done.
Yeah, completely agree. I mean, we look at Louisville down the stretch, like their best win is like maybe Indiana, and then that game down in Miami that they barely won. Miami creep back in that one. They were up like 10 late or something like that. I was on Miami that game, but I got my revenge in the ACC tournament. Love that. Yeah, I'll be all over this plus 5.5 USF, and probably pick them to take them down in the bracket as well. Take the picks page.
Yeah, with that being said, also I forgot Mikel Brown Jr. He missed the ACC tournament, so I mean I assume by the time Thursday rolls around, Friday rolls around, whatever day this game is, Thursday, I believe. I think he's gonna be the type of guy to get out there if he's feeling like he even got a 70% of himself. So I still
Yeah,
think that this USF team can get it done. I'm gonna take them to advance here.
oh, yeah, yeah. 1:30 tip off Thursday. One of the earlier games, and we will have eyes on that on TNT up there in Buffalo, New York. Moving on, we got what do we got? Oh, Izzo, Michigan State taking on North Dakota State out of the Summit League, Buffalo, New York, on Thursday at 4:05. Like I said, I'll start us off here. Man, Michigan State, they just like they have some firepower, but I don't think they're that deep.
Mm-mm.
Um, and to win the Summit League, as these North Dakota State Bison did. Um, they won it pretty handily, beating North Dakota in the championship by what, only 8, but still, they're a good team. I don't think they have what it takes to win the game, but I think plus 16.5 is a little disrespectful, and I will be probably tapping into that. It has risen. It opened at 14.5. It's now 16.5, and if it climbs even more, I would like to take that North Dakota State spread. I just think Michigan State's a little fugazi. I think they're still a great team, um, but I do like North Dakota State to cover the number here. But Michigan State, they find a way here and they get the job done and win this game.
I'm going to agree with you here. I mean, Michigan State's obviously a good team. 7 losses in this Big Ten this year is pretty impressive. But, I mean, an Izzo coach team is always going to find a way to get it done. But somehow, for some reason, this team reminds me of that Michigan State team a few years back. 2 seed took that out to the 15 seed in the first round, man. And these North Dakota State boys, shout out them because Trayshawn Eaglestaff, baby, non-new transfer from them last year. I don't want to say they're gonna get it done, but this is somewhere where I feel like there could be it could be a lot closer than people think. I don't think I'm gonna take them in my bracket personally. I think I'm gonna take Michigan State, but honestly, this is something I would watch out for, and I do agree with you on that 16.5 line. I think they get it covered, and this game comes down to 2 or 3 possessions, maybe down the stretch when people are gonna think it's gonna be a 20-point game. It really won't be.
Yeah, I mean, me and Buck are right there on the same page here. We think North Dakota State is coming in this game, feeling a little disrespectful, disrespected with that number, and these guys cover the number. They might not win the game, but they're gonna fight hard and they're gonna fight till the end. So, goes North Dakota State Bison to cover that number, but Michigan State probably will move on, barely. Next, you can start us off here.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly really.
I don't have too much to say here, but yeah, we got UCF taking on UCLA in Philly.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have much to say. Kind of surprised me. I really, honestly, really do like this matchup. I think UCF is a really good team. I also think that UCLA can be a really good team. Donovan Dent recently, man, that guy's been tough to stop. He's a floor general. You see the graphics, man. He's got like 60 assists, 2 turnovers in 6 games. He's playing some different ball right now, and this UCF team can really hang with anybody coming out of the Big 12, one of the best conferences in college basketball. And I see a 6.5 point spread. I don't know if that's the right number, but like we said earlier, I mean, I always talk about these odds makers do know what they're doing, and I think that I'm going to lead towards UCLA. I don't think I'm going to touch either team on that spread, but I think UCLA could be a team that could make a run with Donovan Dent at the head, running the ball. He controls the floor so well, and that UCLA team is just pretty tough.
Yeah, I agree with you here. Preseason Big Ten rankings, I had UCLA third behind Purdue and Michigan. I think New Mexico might have been my most bet and most watched team last year. I loved Richard Pitino and that New Mexico Lobos team last year. They were really fun to watch. Donovan Dent, like you said, he's special. He's a special talent, and he didn't really find it early in the season, but he definitely found it late when it matters most. And I think these guys could really poach these Knights of UCF, and I kind of like that 6.5 number. I think these guys could win by 10 or 11, personally.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, coming from the Lobos into UCLA, he did have a rougher start. So a lot of that came from transfer from a smaller school to a bigger one, and like you said, I mean, when it matters, man, that's when the best players come out. March brings out the best and the best players. I do think UCLA gets this one done. I mean, I honestly don't buy that 6.5 points, but I do think they can get it done by about 10. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, we're on the same page here. UCLA moves on, and check the picks page if we end up taking that spread with UCLA, because we are. I mean, there's benefits to waiting on some of these games, but there's also benefits to taking them now. Because we're on the earlier side. The public is typically going to start betting on these games um, during the first four, Tuesday, Wednesday, um, and it's Sunday night right now. So some of these lines are jump a little bit, some will go down, up. So it just kind of depends.
Yeah, I completely agree with you.
But moving on, start us off here. Furman, UConn. So I was incorrect about this Furman team, or I bet them a lot this year. I had them in a lot of plays, a lot of picks. Sometimes we were right, sometimes we were wrong. That's how it goes. But I faded them in the championship against Eastern Tennessee State, and they made me pay. Um, and yeah, they're a solid squad, but I don't think they're any test to UConn. But I could see them sneaking around, covering that plus 20.5. I don't know if I'm going to get to a bet on it, but um, I could see them covering that plus 20.5. But UConn moves on here. I don't think Furman has it in them to take down Dan Hurley and the boys.
Yeah, 5 loss UConn coming into this game. And again, Furman's a team that you've seen recently in March, the past few years, winning the conference, and they know how to be here. They've been around the game. UConn coming off some good recent success as well. And 20.5 point spread in March is always going to be a lot. Any spread over 10 points in March is usually going to be hard to cover, no matter what you're playing, no matter whose the team is, because it can be any team any night. But I think UConn gets it handled here. It's going to be hard to touch a spread at 20 points between these two teams, but I do think UConn takes it up here. They could get themselves set up for a nice run in March, depending on what happens in this game and the next one.
Yeah. I mean, the other thing is Furman's getting this UConn team at the wrong time, and they're coming off a 20-point loss in the Big East Championship. They're pissed off. Dan Hurley has these boys running around tonight. So yeah, I think that might be why this number is what it is. You're seeing you're getting a UConn team at the wrong time. They just got blown out. And yeah, that's all. That's all I got here. But yeah, UConn moves on, and Furman probably gets belt to ass here.
Yeah, I'm with it. I agree with that. I mean, I come up that 20-point loss. I bet Hurley does have them. That honestly, right now they might be running in the gym, so they're going to remember that feeling, and I think they're going to take that out on Furman. And it's just unfortunate that it has to happen, but like you said, it's just how it works. It's the way they're coming into the game. It's the mindset they're going to have. So
yeah, not what we love to see, but I mean, it happens to the best of them. All right, what we got here? We got all right. That was the end of the first round of the East. Now we move to the South, my neck of the woods. Who's Florida? Does Florida have the winner of
the Lehigh,
SEC
it's
Power
the
game or the Prairie View
Prairie
game?
View game, the Prairie View one.
They have the winner of that game.
Yeah, the Prairie View Lehigh game.
You like who did you like in that game? Do you like Lehigh?
Yeah, Lehigh. More
Prairie
biased.
View?
Yeah, more biased because my buddy that goes there, and I've only watched him a few times.
No,
But
it's fair. It's fine. It's fine. Neither of those teams have any chance of beating Florida. I'm sorry to say it. Um, even if Xavier Lee turns the ball over 8 times, the other team still doesn't win this game.
yeah,
It's unfortunate to see, but and I'll eat my words if Prairie View or Lehigh beats this team. But and we don't have a number yet because of the first four. yeah, Florida wins this game. It's probably not close.
No.
I'm guessing it's around 15 to 21 points or something.
Yeah, I
Maybe more.
honestly might have it more around 20, 24, 25 and a half points. I agree with you. I think this Florida team isn't as good as last year's team. Doesn't have the star talent as much as they did last year, but they always seem to find a way to win. I mean, you got the big guys getting it done with Cotton and Al, and I think that this team's also set up for another run, and they're coached well. Coming out of the SEC, took care of business, beat Kentucky 3 times in a row, that's always going to be a tough way to do it, especially against the Wildcats. And yeah, this Florida team is still tough, earning a 1 seed again. And I think they're still the real deal, but I don't think they have another championship run of them this year.
No, yeah. We'll get to that a little bit later and see how we both feel about Florida making a run in this one. But it's a little similar to that UConn situation. You know, you're going to be seeing this Florida team off of a beatdown to Bandy. So you know they're going to be pissed off. They're going to bring the heat. And I'm sorry, Prairie View or Lehigh. It's going to be a long night.
Completely agree with you there. Yeah, I think it's 25 points. Like we said, something around there. I think Florida should get that done for sure.
Yeah. But moving on, you start us off here. I mean, I got some words for this game.
Yeah.
I know you probably do too.
Yeah.
Clemson, Iowa. It's gonna be a battle.
Another really nice matchup, man. Like I told you earlier, this is like one of my first times glancing at the bracket. It was a little busy during the 6 o'clock window for Selection Sunday, so seeing games like this just makes me really, really excited, man. These 8-9 matchups, just both of them so far, TCU, OSU, and then Clemson, Iowa at the 8-9 as well. Seeing the spread open at 1.5, moved to 2.5 now, I think that's a really good line. And honestly, just looking at it, I'm leaning towards Clemson. It's a team I've been on all year. Gotten some good wins out of this team, some bad losses as well, but one of them I remember specifically is starting up a 20-point lead to the Cougars with BYU and losing that late game. And that is something that worries me in a month like March.
That was one of my proudest nights, man.
Yeah, man.
So I drove off to McDonald's thinking it was over, man, and all of a sudden I have one of my buddies texting me like, "Yo, like BYU's coming back. They're creeping.
Yeah, I see. But seeing this game open up in favor of the Hawkeyes again, I think this Iowa team is good and they can hang with a lot of people. Hung with Ohio State in the Big Ten tournament, and not a bad team whatsoever. With Stokes running the point guard from Drake, it's a real good player. But I'm gonna lean towards the Clemson Tigers at that plus 2.5, and also I'm gonna take them on the money line to advance in this tournament.
Yeah. I'm gonna be in agreement. I think here with you. You know, I'd love to battle you here, but I don't think I can. I think this Clemson team, they're well coached, they're well disciplined, they're a team. It's not Bennett, Sturts, and the boys. It's the boys. So Bennett Sturts, he's gonna get his. They're gonna. It's the same situation like we've talked about again. Like Thornton's gonna get his, but Clemson's gonna find a way. And yeah, they're the dog. But I think the dog's barking here in Tampa, Florida, and these Clemson fans will travel. I will travel too. Yeah, give me Clemson plus 2.5 and on the money line. I'm in agreement.
We've been too much in agreement here, man. We gotta find some ways to battle, but what happens when we
I know. I think did we have any battles here, or we're just in agreement on everything except for those first four? I think we've agreed on everything since the first four.
I think so too.
It'll come.
It will. Oh yeah, especially when we start talking the later rounds. I'm sure it will.
Oh yeah.
You want to start us off with this Vanderbilt McNeese game?
Yeah. So I mean, as you guys all know, we go deep in this shit, and I've been wanting to take a lot of Southland games this year, and they've been pretty profitable to me. We're actually gonna get our record out here pretty soon. Maybe I'll have that up on my plane ride up to Ohio. But I do want to get that out to you guys just to be as transparent as you guys. I want to be the most transparent in the game. Um, but anyways, McNeese Vanderbilt, what a matchup. Um, in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, these McNeese fans are gonna be rocking. They're gonna fill this fucking place. I I bet against Vandy a lot, and it's probably worked out less times than it hasn't. So it kind of burned me a couple times, but you know, I was this game? This game's Friday, correct?
It's Thursday.
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 Thursday. Okay. Line 11.5 Vandy. Hey, give me McNeese plus 11.5 all day long. Yeah, I don't know if they have it in them to get the job done on the money line, but they're covering that number in my opinion. And I just think Vandy, they've had such a successful year um, in their program. I don't think they let this one slip away personally, but me just saying that, I mean, I haven't loved them. I faded them a lot. Um, yeah, I think Vandy moves on here barely. Give me McNeese plus 11.5. That's what I got for you.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna agree with you on who's advancing, but here I think Vandy does cover that 11.5. Like we talked about earlier, I mean, they're not a team that's getting hot at the right time. They're a team that's getting cold at the wrong time. That's for sure. Starting the year 16-0, being one of the last three undefeated, and recently just with them struggles and dropping down from a projected 1 or 2 seed to a 5 seed. And I still think this team is pretty legit. Um, have some playmakers on that team, and I know McNeese has the boy Amir Orakan back for sure. He's a big legend in March, but I don't think he's enough to get these McNeese boys to even cover this 11.5 point spread. I think Vandy minus an 11.5 spread would be a good bet here. So I'll at least disagree with you there, but I think Vandy does get it done, and they won't let this one slip away after the year they've had. That's for sure.
Yeah, check the picks page if we end up getting to it. But I mean, yeah, Buck's probably right. I mean, backdoor 11.5. I mean, yeah, I could see this game being like a 8, 9, 10 point game down the stretch, and then McNeese loses by 14. You know what I'm saying? So you could be right there. Check the picks page, but yeah, we agree here. Vandy moves on to the second round. And next we got Nebraska Troy. Oh no. The Huskers get their first win in the dance
They need
in
it.
Nebraska history.
Yeah, they need it
They
bad.
do. You think they get it?
I don't know if they get it. I just know that they do need it for the sake of their own program. This is a game where it's like it's Nebraska team. I really have not been high on all season. Seeing the spread at 13.5 is a little crazy to me. It's an early game. This tournament's 12:40 on looks like Thursday, so it'll be one of the first games where it could be a major upset. But I don't think I can fade this Nebraska team. I do think they get their first win in March again, playing in the Big Ten. That's a really tough conference with Michigan, Purdue, and Illinois this year. Getting 26 wins and 6 losses is impressive out of any team, no matter the name. It could be any team. It could be a Rutgers, Maryland team in the Big Ten. If they get them that amount of wins, I'm gonna have to respect them in March. So I do think this game could get scary. Don't think I would touch the spread here, but I think like we said about Vanderbilt having a great year out of them, I don't think Nebraska could let this year slip away. First round of the dance, especially that early in the tournament. So I think Nebraska at least advances here. I don't really want to touch that spread right now, but I think Nebraska gets it done for sure.
Man, it's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure. Your team has not ever won a tournament in March. But yeah, I'm gonna be all over that Troy plus 13.5, man. All over it. This Troy team beat Akron in the MAC Sun Belt Challenge. Akron is a firepower team. If you can do that, you can hang with Nebraska.
Oh yeah.
13.5. Like you lose by 10, 11, 12, even 13. Yeah, I'll be on Troy plus the 13.5. I really want to take Troy. I really want to take them to advance here. We need to do a little more digging here. Who'd they beat? Yeah, no, I don't think I can do it. I mean, they beat Georgia, a hot Georgia Southern team that was cruising. Let's talk about that a little bit, man.
Oh yeah.
That Sun Belt tournament, man. They won like 6 games in a row to get to that championship or something.
Mm-hmm.
Incredible.
Yeah.
But yeah, Nebraska moves on, but Troy plus 13.5.
Yeah, it looks like a team to sweat the MAC this year. As you said, they beat Akron by 10. I mean, that's a great win, especially, I mean, February. So it's a later win, especially with the Akron team that's been playing really, really well. And you got Kent State also beat them. I think they're one of the better teams in the MAC as well. So I do think this Troy team can hang around. And like I said I didn't want to touch that spread, but I could get behind you on that plus 13.5. And I think they keep it a little bit closer than others may think.
Yeah. I mean, man, if Nebraska doesn't get that one done, man, like they may never get it done.
Yeah.
Oh, this is heat. This is pure heat right here. We got North Carolina, VCU, baby, in Greenville, South Carolina.
Yeah. It hurts me. I should be seeing the UD boys right there at that 11 seed, man. Couldn't get it done today. Took St. Louis down for no avail, man. It hurt to watch. Got 20-point belted by VCU today, but had a good year still out of the UD boys. I had boots on the ground about 3 of those UD games at home, and that atmosphere is different, man. Those fans rally behind the boys at Dayton.
Yeah. I mean, what could have been in that COVID year, man?
Oh yeah.
I know that keeps you up at night.
Definitely, man. That year was, I mean, for both my teams, man. The hometown with the UD boys, and then what I had the West Virginia Mountaineers that are projected 2 seed coming with Deuce McBride, man. That was that year would have been one for the ages. That probably would have been my favorite year of March in a long time, maybe in the rest of my life. I think about that. I think about that COVID year happening and getting canceled every single day, man. That OB Toppin team was so special.
They were something special for sure. But this is such an interesting matchup to me. You got Hubert Davis, and the boys taking on VCU Rams. What is the line here? What's the line?
2.5, which is like closer than many may think.
Is it 13.5?
So 2.5. No Caleb Wilson, so they got low as closer than they think.
Oh my God. That is telling me something.
For sure.
Give me the VCU Rams take down the Tar Heels in the first round of March Madness. Give them to me.
Fans not gonna like this, man. I'm completely with you. I watched the full game today, and they just looked like the better team today, man. They were in commanding lead, 20-point lead most of the game, 15-point lead most of the game. On a good run, and they just got athletes out there, man. And Tar Heels are just gonna be struggling without Caleb Wilson out there. I don't think that with that 2.5 point spread, they know what they're doing there, and I think that that plus 136 on the money line looks real good. And I do have the VCU Rams to advance as well.
Yeah. We agree once again. When are we going to disagree?
It's coming up, man. It has to come up. It has to soon.
It's coming.
Unless we both just get in perfect practice, man. It's also a possibility, I guess.
Yeah. Why not? Let's make it happen. Yeah, but I mean, North Carolina, I watched them at Miami. Caleb Wilson got hurt in that game. He finished the game, but they lost to Miami. And Miami's a good team. But I think without Caleb Wilson, like, this team doesn't have it. We saw it against Clemson. sure they fought back late in that game, but they still were unable to come up with the W there. And I think VCU gets this one done. The Ram faithful, they run strong, almost as strong as those Tar Heel fans. So we're going with the Rams here.
I think
Rams
that
over Rams.
yeah, I think that should be a real good matchup. I like that. And looking at the odds makers putting that at a 2.5 point spread, like you said, that's definitely telling something. They know something many don't. So I like the Rams
Or
of VCU.
they're just trying to fuck with it. Or they're just trying to fuck with us.
Always possibilities. Well, it could be either a sneaky North Carolina 30-point win or a VCU win there by a little bit. So
Yeah. This game, Penn Quakers taking on the Fighting Illini. Man, I was wrong about this game today. I loved Yale in that spot against Penn, but you know this. I was on Penn a lot early in non-con and in the conference tournament. You know they have their coach came from Iowa, Fran McCaffrey, man. So he knows what Underwood's bringing him. I mean, and a lot of the public probably does not know that. So I mean, but the talent level is just is I don't know, ebbs and binds. I don't even know if that's a word, but um, Illinois just got too much firepower for this Penn team, and they win the game. But I mean, 24 and a half. 24 and a half. How do you feel about that?
I mean, yeah, it's either Illini or a tough group of guys, but you got to give Penn credit, man. They fought back today. Great game. One of the best games on the day today. Crazy game. Went to OT with that 3-pointer. Almost got finished in regulation with that full court heave. I don't know if you saw that back rim, but yeah, I mean, Penn snuck one away from Yale today. I think a Yale Illini matchup would have been a lot of a closer spread, obviously. But I mean, 24 and a half is a lot of points, like we said in March, man. It's a lot of points. But I think the Illini do pull away here. Wagler's too good, and Stojakovic running the point, passing the ball with Wagler, man. I just don't think that Penn's gonna be able to keep up with this team, man.
Yeah, check the picks page if I end up going with Penn here plus the 24 and a half. That's a lot of fucking points, man. For a coach that is coached against Underwood, you know, and in the Big Ten. So I know the talent level is very different, but 24 and a half, we might that thing creeps up to 26 or 27. I'll be pulling that trigger probably for sure. But yeah, give me Illinois to move on here in this one for sure. Next, you want to start us off here in this St. Mary's Texas A&M battle.
Yeah, another great matchup, 7-10 here, and I'm really not high on Texas A&M this year. Again, like I said, I mean SEC is always going to be a good conference, but I don't think it's top 2 this year. I think
No Bucky ball for you.
no,
Bucky McMillan.
no. I mean, looking at this game, you see St. Mary's opening at 2.5 point favorite. That should be telling you something as well. I think that the St. Mary's team does have what it takes. 5 losses in college basketball is always going to be impressive with some good wins. Beat Gonzaga once this year, split with them. So Gonzaga is a great team, and I think it's going to be telling. And I do like this is one of the good lines that I would like. I'd be very happy to take a St. Mary's minus 2.5 here, taking the cover in advance in the tournament.
So I'm gonna break down a little bit for this game, man. Texas A&M, they got athletes. They play together. They play for Bucky, and they play for the Aggies. This St. Mary's team, they're good. I don't think they're anything special, personally. They got some big dudes that can get rebounds, and then they got that little ginger kid running around, chucking up threes, facilitating. This is the first game I could just flip a coin, you know, and I wouldn't be mad at it. Texas A&M, they've been good to me. They've been bad to me. St. Mary's, they've been good to me. They've been bad to me. This game is so interesting to me. Um, Man, this committee they did a fantastic job. They're throwing out bangers. Um, where is this game being played? Not that that's gonna be. It's playing in
Oklahoma City.
Okay. This game's in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. There's gonna be a lot of Aggies fans here. I think I'm gonna do it. Give me Bucky McMillan. Give me Bucky.
You got it, man.
Give me Bucky McMillan and the Aggies to take down these Gales in the first round of the tournament. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Give me a Texas A&M.
I think it'll be a great game. It's another great matchup, like you said, man. These guys, they got a great matchups this year so far. It looks like, and I'm excited to watch this one, man.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be. I might. Was this Friday? I hope it's not Friday.
It's Thursday at 7:30.
It's Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday night.
Let's go. Let's go. We'll be able to watch this one. Um, awesome. All right. See, we finally disagree.
Yeah, there it is, man. It took us about 15 picks. It looks like.
um, moving on. The last game. These Cougars of Houston are taking on the Idaho Vandals in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. You start us off here.
I mean, yeah, I obviously haven't looked too much at these Idaho Vandals, but this Houston team is a team I've watched a bunch. I've been on them a bunch this year. Combo Sharp and Fleming is gonna be tough to beat from any team, man. And it's the rough draw to get out of Idaho. I'd say Houston is. I mean, not knowing the other two seeds, but I'd say arguably Houston's going to be the best 2 seed that you're going to face. It's a really, really good team, well coached, well put together team out the Big 12, and I think they get this one done with a commanding win. 24 and a half is a lot of points like we talked about, but I do think they could cover that pretty comfortably. The late night game on Thursday is the last game of the night, but Oklahoma City, again, another game there. Houston Cougars should have some fans there for sure, and I think they get this one done pretty easily.
Yeah, I'm agree with you. I don't know if you know this, Buck, but Houston was my preseason prediction to win the national championship. But we'll get to that a little bit later and see where my head goes this time of year. But yeah, I think these Cougars run these Vandals out of the gym. That minus 24.5 is live. When yeah, Cougars move on. Check the picks page. Maybe we'll take Houston spread there, but yeah, Houston moves on.
We're on the West.
Yeah, I mean, even though these guys only lost by a couple points to Arizona in that Big 12 championship, they could be running too right now, for all we know, with Calvin Sampson.
Definitely.
All right, how do I get to the other side of this bracket? What's going on here? Oh, here we go. Maybe. I'm trying to move it. I don't know. What's the other side of this bracket looking like? I can't see it right now. Trying to move my screen here. Technical difficulties. Bear with us here.
Yo, you back? Sorry, it seemed to lag for a second. You figure it out?
Yeah, I got it. I'm just going to a different different site to to open this up. I think.
I love the way that ESPN sets this up with the tournament challenge app, man. Just the look of it's always just so fun and got so many
Here
different.
we go. I got it. I'm live.
Okay.
I'm live here. Okay. I think. All right, we got LIU. Is that right? LIU.
Yeah, we're starting the West with Arizona.
In the West. Yeah, we're going to the West, baby. Going out West. LIU taking on Arizona. Yeah. Congratulations to the Sharks, man. Pins up, but you guys are gonna get slaughtered. Arizona moves on. What's the spread on this game?
31.5, man. It's probably gonna be the highest one of this tournament, man. It's gonna have to be at least the opening round, but.
Yeah, I'm not touching that number on either side, but yeah, Arizona, they move on handily.
Yeah, I mean, like I said,
I don't think we need to talk too much about that game.
no, but this is again was one of my personal favorite team right now, man. This Arizona Cougars, excuse me, Arizona Wildcats team is the real deal.
I'm not gonna spill the beans yet, but I do like that this team as well. But we'll just see how this bracket plays out. You know, they may play someone that I just think they could beat them. You never know. All right, talk to me about Villanova, Utah State. What do we like here?
I mean, yeah, man, I've been on Villanova a lot this year, and they are a team that I can get behind in many 8-9 scenarios. I also don't hate this Utah State team. Looking at the game, I see Utah State is opened and stayed at a favorite -2.5, which kind of surprises me a little bit. But I think I would be pretty happy taking Villanova to advance here. You may disagree with me here, but I think Villanova in the Big East has handled themselves. Took a loss to BYU by 5 when they were playing pretty well. Got belted by Michigan, obviously, but beat Wisconsin, good Big Ten team. Beat Butler, kept it close with St. John's, and I think Villanova gets it done, and this +2.5 would be another line I would take here for Villanova. I got them to advance as well.
Yeah. You said you're rolling with the Cats here.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So this one is really interesting to me. Maybe they're gonna go one or two ways here. It just depends on how Villanova reacts after that Georgetown loss. They could either pull themselves up by the bootstraps and say, "Fuck it, hey, we're in the tournament. You're not. We gotta prove these. We gotta prove everybody wrong about that thinks we're no good, and they're gonna wipe the floor with these Utah State guys." Or they're sitting around, they're like, "Oh man, we just lost to fucking Georgetown by almost like 15, 20." And I don't know if Kevin Willard. I don't know what that's the coach, right? I think Willard. I don't know, man. I like Nova. I don't know what I'm gonna get after that game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How it just really depends on how they're gonna react after that one because it was. I don't know if you're watching that game. I was all over Nova, but that was a heartbreaker.
Yeah, my buddy Zach Rayers was all over Villanova as well. Texted the group chat to Squad Riot. Had a bunch of boys just going on there, but was not a happy night for the fellas, man, and surprised me a lot.
No. This is probably this is one of the tougher games I've had to pick. I just I'm going Utah State, man. I'm going Utah State here. To move on. I don't know what I'm gonna get after that Villanova loss to Georgetown, but I know what I'm gonna get out of Carson Templin. That guy's March energy. He may average 9.1 points a game, but he's gonna build up this team. He's gonna give them the best hype up speech you've probably ever heard in that locker room. Um, so give me Carson Templin and the Utah State Aggies to get this one done. Battling again.
Yeah, I mean, these 8-9 matchups, man. So far, it's 3 for 3. There should be real great matchups.
Um, Wisconsin High Point start us off here.
Yeah, I mean, I really do like this Wisconsin team as well. I mean, I've had a lot of respect for teams in the Big Ten this year. But I've been looking at High Point, another year out of them, where coming in with few losses, 4 losses in college basketball is always going to be hard to do. Um, but yeah, this Wisconsin team has had some good wins and also had some bad losses. I think they've beaten a lot of the teams they're supposed to and lost to some really good teams, which obviously makes some sense. But I see the spread at 9.5, and it kind of gives me a feeling that this High Point team can hang around. But I think that I can't take them to beat this Wisconsin team after the year they've had. They've had a really good year out of them. Again, with the Big Ten being as good as it has been. And I think I'm going to take Wisconsin to advance, and I don't really know where to go with that line, but I think Wisconsin gets it done pretty easily here.
Yeah, I'll probably be staying away from that spread as well. But yeah, these Badgers have burned me a couple times this year. Um, I took Illinois against them both times, and they beat them. So that's the sole reason why I'm gonna take them here over High Point. Probably won't touch that spread yet, but give me Wisconsin to move on here in the first round.
I know you see the next game coming up, man. I'll let you start us off.
Man, this is like it's so special to me. I know you know about this story. So last year, college basketball, the beginning of the season, um, I was like, all right, like what team am I gonna ride with? You know, just till death do us part. You know, and I like to say I would call myself a night owl. I like to stay up late, and I love college basketball. So what better duo would me and the Rainbow Warriors of Hawaii be? And these guys, they won their first 2 or 3 games. I think they beat like Weber State and San Jose State at the beginning of the year, and I was just like, hell yeah, let's go Rainbow Warriors. They won me a bunch of money, and I bought a hoodie, and you guys have seen it on the show. Um, so it's really special to see these guys dancing once again, and they have a fantastic team. Um, Big Fish, Isaac Johnson, Gitas Damishka, Harrison Ruladef, man, he's been with the program since he was a freshman, so it's great to see these guys coming out of the Big West. And I didn't pick them in the championship just because it would have been a hard play. But they're facing an uphill battle, man. They're taking on Cal and this Arkansas Razorbacks team, um, which we all know is a force to be reckoned with. Uh, but they're catching 15.5, and I will take Hawaii to cover that 15.5. I think this is more of like a 6, 7, 8 point game. Um, Hawaii is deeper. I mean, you saw Arkansas in that Alabama game. They played they had like and they went to double OT obviously I think, but I mean outside of Acup and 2 or 3 other guys, they really don't have a lot going for them. So I know Iran Ganot is a great coach at Hawaii, and he knows what he's doing. He's gonna try to get these guys in foul trouble and do that same thing that Alabama did. I don't know if they were trying to, but man, I would love to see the Rainbow Warriors take down these Razorbacks. I don't know if they can, but yeah, plus 15.5 all day. Um, and yeah, I think the Razorbacks get the job done by like 6 or 7. Yeah. unfortunately.
Yeah, I hear you. I thought you would look at that 15.5 point line and feel disrespected for your bows, man. But yeah, I mean, this Razorbacks team with the cuff, it's something special. He's a legendary player. Great class out of this freshman class this year, man. And Coach Cal leading these Razorbacks, and I don't know. I think that I agree with that line being pretty high for a game like this. I don't think I would touch it at all, but I think that Arkansas will get this done pretty commanding. I think they hold a lead all game. It could be a single digit 8-9 point game, like you're saying, but I think that they don't really show any signs of struggle here, and I think they get it done.
Yeah. I mean, the only way these Rainbow Warriors have a chance to win this game is if they're shooting like 60%
But yeah,
from the 3 point line, which they're able to. I mean, they got dogs, and and Isaac Johnson, our big man. I mean, he's like a Porzingis man. He can pull up from three. Um, so you know, I do think Hawaii is going to give these Razorbacks some problems, but not enough to get the W, unfortunately.
I'm with you. I think we're on the same page there.
For sure. That's tough. I mean, you have to run into the Razorbacks, man. Like, damn.
Yeah, it's definitely a rough spot for the Bows for you, bro.
Yeah. Um, but you never know. You never know. But moving on. To start us off here, you took and no, we both took NC State here.
Yep.
Against and they're playing BYU. Yeah, start us off here. I feel like I have a feeling we're gonna be on the same page here again.
Yeah, I mean, like we talked about when we were discussing these first four teams, man. This matchup between Texas Tech or Texas versus NC State just feels like it's like to go either way, honestly. But it doesn't feel like any of these teams are too strong. And margins where players like AJ will stand out. Teams like BYU is going to make the runs with that star player, one of the best players that's going to be probably coming up in this next NBA draft, and definitely one of the best, if not the best player in college basketball right now. So players like that in March, man, they make teams great. And I think this game, no matter what happens in the Texas versus NC State game, is going to open around probably a 6 or 7 point spread, and I think BYU should get it done if the spread opens around there too. I would be happy taking them to cover. But again, coming out the Big 12 with AJ leading that team, man, this BYU team could do something special in March.
Yeah. Um, I think you're gonna have a lot of not a lot, but you're gonna have mixed opinions of cappers taking NC. I think you're gonna see a lot of people taking NC State over this BYU team. If NC State beats Texas, obviously, I think if Texas beats NC State, BYU gets the job done. But I think if NC State beats Texas, they're rolling, they're moving, and that's when I think they're at their best. If they're confident, playing with confidence, I think they can hang with anybody. Um, uh, what's his face went down. Reed or Sellers, Riley Sellers, or whatever his name was, the white boy.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, Saunders. Yeah, Saunders.
Saunders. Yeah, Saunders. Richie Saunders. Richie Saunders. Sorry I butchered your name, boss. But yeah, he would be a big help in this tournament, man. Like with Richie, man, you could be making a Final Four run. I'm talking about it, like. But I don't think we see that out of these Cougars this year. AJ Devonsa, um, I think he can bring them to an Elite Eight, but we'll see. We'll see how the rest of the show pans out. We're not even out of the first round yet, but man, it's gonna be really hard for me to to have BYU losing in the first round, and that's why I don't think I'm gonna do it. Um, because they're that AJ Devonsa is that good.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know. I think I'm gonna do it though, but only if NC State's playing them. NC State's playing BYU. I think they beat them. but if not, I think BYU beats Texas. That's
Really?
pretty. That's the hottest take. That's the hottest take of the show. So
Yeah. I mean, it honestly does surprise me out of you, man. But yeah, I just feel like this is just a time for AJ to shine after all he's done this year, and I mean, he's proven his track record more than enough. But I think even with Saunders getting hurt, like you said, that does hurt them in the long run. But in the first few rounds, I think this BYU team is still going to be on AJ's back, and I think he has the back to carry this team out a good way.
yeah. Um, I mean, I might butcher. This may be like the biggest butcher of the show. And check the picks page if I even end up doing it. I kind of feel like an idiot saying this, but I mean, I don't know. Just something speaking to me. It's like Will Wade and the boys. They're gonna win in Dayton. They're gonna beat Brigham Young. Just some. I mean, if Cincinnati can beat BYU by what 20,
Yeah.
NC State could beat them. That's gonna be my argument, I guess, and we'll put it there.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from for sure. It's a similar thing to that Kansas team with Peterson, man. Again, it's a team you don't know what you're going to get every single night, and when you're relying on one player like that, it's hard to rely on them. So
Yeah, I mean, he probably will put the team on his back, but I mean, it's a lot of pressure, man. It's a lot of pressure.
this was a matchup I was worried the Redhawks were going to have, and it would have been a problem for our boys to stop AJ. So I'm fairly glad we're not in this 11 versus 6 matchup, especially coming out of Dayton. Would have just been very very unfortunate to be put in that position, but yeah, I think BYU gets it done, and you can disagree with me. Here's another one where we're on opposite sides.
Yeah, definitely. We're seeing different eyes here, me and Buck, but you know, it is what it is. Um, Gonzaga, Kennesaw State. Um, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. You talk about this Kennesaw State Gonzaga game
Yeah,
for a sec.
yeah, we'll do. Um, I told my buddy this year, this Gonzaga team means a lot to me. Um, hit a nice little parlay. Ended the night on the Gonzaga versus St. Mary's game. Had a real nice bonus bet. About 40x it at the sidebar with the buddy on his birthday from hometown, and just celebrate that night like crazy, man. And it's a real feeling. But these Bulldogs, man, it seems like every single year they're going to be top 5 seed, top 3 seed coming out of a. I mean, honestly, people are always going to say it's going to be a weaker conference. But one crazy, crazy loss out of them, which meant absolutely no sense to Portland. I don't really know what happened in that game. I wasn't watching it too much, but saw it was one of the biggest upsets in college basketball Division One this year. I see the spread opening at 20 points, and I mean, I really would like to hammer Gonzaga there. And I think this Gonzaga team, I mean, in my opinion, they can go a long way. Obviously, I'm going to have some emotional bias after they walk down my 40x parlay, but I don't think the Kennesaw State Owls are going to be able to get it done. A 13-loss Kennesaw State team coming out of their conference versus a 30-3 Gonzaga team coming out of the SWC, which, I mean, arguably is not one of the better conferences in college basketball. But when you see that line at 160 points and 18.5-point spread, I mean, it's hard not to take the Bulldogs to cover and with that win outright, man. I think you're going to be, when you get back on some agreements with me, that Gonzaga team with a very walloping loss to Michigan. I remember watching that game around Thanksgiving, a 40-point loss when both these teams were very, very hot, and that just showed me that not as much about Gonzaga being a weak team, but it just really showed me how strong the Michigan Wolverines can be. So you got a loss there, and that loss to Portland that could worry you with Gonzaga down the road. But I think Gonzaga gets it done, and this 19.5-point spread is something I wouldn't mind taking.
Yeah. I don't know what you said, but I probably agree with it. You know, Kennesaw State, they're lucky to be in the tournament. You know, Kennesaw State's just happy to be here. Um, they went through a gauntlet in the Conference USA bracket. They go down here. I'm not going to touch the spread. Gonzaga moves on. That's what we got.
You're not gonna believe it, but I have a lot to say about this game, man. When you watch this back, I hope you listen to it. But this Gonzaga team, I really like them. I think Graham Mike is a real good player. He can control that team. So
All right, we're back. We're back. I'll definitely watch it back. And obviously, we're going to be talking about Gonzaga again here in the second round. So, um, yeah, Gonzaga moves on. Um, Miami, Florida, Missouri. One of my favorite games of the first round. I actually got to see Miami in person, boots on the ground when they beat Carolina. That was a special game to be at. One of the best games I've probably ever seen. College games, and it was Caleb Wilson's last game in college basketball. So maybe if he makes it big one day, I'll be able to always talk about that. But and he probably will. But yeah, Missouri, they've been up and down all year. Miami, Florida. Love Trey Donaldson. I love Malik Reneau. And Jay Lucas has these boys rolling at the right time. Give me the Canes to move on in the first round.
yeah, I'm right behind you there, man. I see that 2.5 point spread minus 102. See some value there, but honestly, just the money line's enticing at minus 135. I think this Canes team is honestly surprised a lot of people. I mean, you see both Miami's ranked in the AP poll, which has never probably happened before, where they're both in the top 20. And Canes has won some close games, and they've proved that they can really hang with anybody. So I wouldn't mind sprinkling the money line here, and I do think that they're going to be able to handle this Mizzou team in advance.
Oh yeah, yeah. Give me the Canes here. Um, did you say the Canes are the dog here?
I think they're favored by 2.5, and I
They're
just
favored. Okay.
yeah, I know I didn't really love that, but I mean the money line at minus 135 is enough for me.
Yeah, me too. But we'll see. Check the picks page. Um, on that. Moving on. Purdue against Queens University. I grew up right down the road from these guys, and they were Division two or something for the longest time. Um, they made the jump to the ASUN probably 2 or 3 years ago. Not sure when, but they've been a force ever since, and happy to see these guys dancing. But they have a tough matchup against these Boilermakers with Matt Painter and the boys. Um, I have been surprised from these Boilermakers as of late. I think Matt Painter has something cooking. I think he has these guys playing their best ball of the year at the right time, and they're going to be a scary matchup for anyone who has to play them. I don't know if you agree with me, but yeah, I think Purdue rolls here, and they might make a deep run. We'll see. We'll see what happens, but yeah, Purdue moves forward here in the first round for sure.
Yeah, I mean I'm with you. Great win today. Great game out of Purdue. Commanding lead most of the game. Held about a 10 point lead for much of that second half, and Purdue's a team has lost some of these games, some high seed versus low seed type of games, and then they've also made some runs. So it's a fun team to watch in March. I think this game should be a no sweat out of them. I didn't even see the spread at 25 points. Again, a lot of points. I haven't really looked too much at this Queens team, but I mean Purdue gets it done here. I think they're a legit team this year for sure.
Yeah, shout out Queens, shout out Charlotte, hometown. But yeah, Purdue rules you here. I won't touch that 24.5. We might cover, but probably not. Moving on, Michigan, UMBC, or Howard. I took Howard, you took UMBC. Um, Congratulations, UMBC. Congratulations, Howard. You're running into a gauntlet with Dusty May and these guys, man. A lot of people like these guys to win it all. I don't know if I do, but they're taking down one of these teams. I don't know which one yet, but it's gonna be a long night for either team. I think you got Cheddar knocking down threes, Elliot Cadeau dishing the ball. Yeah, it's gonna be a rough one.
Oh yeah, Yaxel's a great player. Transfer from UAB was huge. Huge get out of Michigan, man, and I mean Cadeau as well. Transferring there was big for them. I mean, honestly, if you see Michigan versus any double-digit seed, it'd be the same story. UMBC and Howard get kind of screwed here. It's just like running into a team like that it almost feels impossible, man. This team is legit. 40-point dubs against teams that were 40-point beating other teams is insane. The game against Gonzaga, game against Kentucky, it's just like not even close at all. Obviously, the loss today in the Big Ten championship, but it really doesn't worry me too much coming from that Purdue team. I agree with you. Dusty May's had a really, really great season as a coach, and I think he's going to have these boys locked in for March. So definitely get it done here.
Yeah. It's tough to see from Howard and UMBC, but, I mean, if Michigan goes down here, I think that'd be the craziest. That'd be insane.
That'd be worse than UMBC Virginia was a few years ago, and I think this game might rival that Arizona game, which is the highest spread of the first round at 34.5. I think whoever wins here, it might be like a 37.5, 38.5 type of line. So I'm worried for what Michigan may do to either of these two teams, man.
Yeah, especially after losing to Purdue in the chip.
Yep, come with that chip on their shoulder for sure.
All right. Yeah, I mean, all right, moving on in this Midwest region. This is a fun one. Georgia, St. Louis. I'll start us off here. Georgia, I don't know. You don't know what you're gonna get from them. In St. Louis, they're flying high, man. They got Robbie Abidja, whatever his name is, man.
Yeah.
He's insane, man. And the culture of St. Louis, I've visited there a couple times. Deep roots. These fans care a lot about their program. These Billikens, man. I know you know better than anyone. A10 guy, Dayton guy. So, I like St. Louis to move on. I don't know about you.
Yeah, right behind you, man. Like you said, man, I've paid attention to this team just yesterday, watching that Dayton St. Louis semifinal on that A10 championship, on the A10 road to the A10 championship, man, and it was a great finish. I don't know if you saw it, but came real close down to the end. Letang gets a tip in to get the dub, and this St. Louis team's a real deal. They in the regular season, I think they swept UD, and they handled the A10. Getting that at-large bid in the A10 is honestly pretty hard to do when you're not winning the conference tourney. So coming into here with just 5 losses, and like you said, they got Robbie Villa. He's a great big. He can do pretty much anything, and I think they're well coached. And I think this is it rounds off a great round of 8-9 matchups, man. It's honestly just amazing to see how good those are this year. They always are, but this year specifically just feels like it's going to be legendary, and I don't mind the plus 2.5 for St. Louis. I'd probably just stick towards the money line. If you see that line at 170.5, feels like that's never going to be a 2.5 point game. It's going to be an absolute shootout between these two teams, something like 90 to 95 type of game, it seems like. But I do think that St. Louis gets it done here.
Yeah, I agree. And Georgia, like, we've seen them step up at times. Will they step up here? They can make us eat our words, and St. Louis falls straight on their face. You never really know with these things, but we will go with the Lou and the Billikens here out of the A10.
Yeah, I like it. I've watched St. Louis play multiple times this year. I just think that they're more consistent than this Georgia team, even coming from a weaker conference. And then I'm
Yeah.
glad we agree there.
Yeah. Texas Tech Akron. This is going to be a special game.
Yeah.
This is going to be special. I mean, with Texas Tech a little beat up in Akron, I was at the bar after work, sweating out my picks. What was that, last night? Yeah, last night. Um, I was on a heater. I was 3-0, going for 4-0, and I really needed Akron, and they got the job done for me late. A little buzzer beat, almost a buzzer beater three to clinch that MAC chip, and they didn't have their best stuff. They didn't have their best stuff.
Not at
Toledo
all.
was playing so good. Toledo was playing out of their mind. What's this line on this game?
You're gonna be surprised, man. 7.5 seems a little high to me.
Plus 7.5.
Yeah, there's a lot of points for his Akron team with 5 losses out the MAC.
Yeah, give me plus 7.5. Akron all day long. I really want to take Akron to win this game. I think it's the year of the MAC. Um, I feel like our conference gets shit on so much, and not rightfully so. Like, we're not garbage. Like, sure, we're one of the middle tier conferences in the country, but we are not garbage. And I think I'm gonna take Akron. I think I'm gonna take Akron to win this basketball game and move on here in the first round. Honestly, I can't believe I'm doing this.
I mean, yeah, it's gonna feel a little biased, but I'm right behind whatever you said, man. Texas Tech, losing a boy, coming into an injury like you said, it's gonna be tough without Toppin. 22 points per game, losing that from the team. I mean, it hurts anybody. It could be the best team all around. You lose your best players, it's gonna affect you. Seeing that open at 10.5 and come down to 7.5, definitely tells you something. 7.5 is a lot of points, and like you said, this could be something we both agree on the picks page, like a hammer. I like Akron to cover here, and like you said, the MAC gets shit on a lot, but the two bid MAC this year, kinda, even with the Miami not making it all the way. But like you said yesterday, didn't have their best stuff, still got it done against a really good Toledo team, coming in hot, 17-1 in the conference back-to-back years is impressive, and I don't mind taking Akron to beat Texas Tech here, an injured Texas Tech versus a really good Akron team, and it's a good matchup, man. I think it'll be a real close game. I think Akron can get it done. I'm gonna take Akron to advance as well.
Oh yeah, glad we agree there. Didn't want to be out on an island, but I would have been okay with it. Bama, Hofstra.
Cruz Davis, man, he's something special.
Yeah, man. What's the line here? 13.5. That seems right on the money. Yeah, Alabama does not lose this basketball game. As hard as Hofstra wants to try and fight and rally here, they don't win the basketball game. I'm not touching that number. Congratulations for beating a not so great Towson team on a freaking, what was it? It was a bank buzzer beater, like crazy shot, I think. And I'll eat my words if Hofstra ends up winning this game, but yeah, Bama all day long. They move on.
I got something for you here, man. I'm gonna say I got Cruz Davis and the boys. I got Hofstra money line. I got them taking it home, leading to a 12-13 matchup. It's gonna surprise a lot of people. I do not love this Bama team this year. Even with Phelan, even with coach as good as he is, with Otis, man, I just don't love him. And I think this is a game where it's gonna be a lot closer. People think that 13.5 line is something I'd love to take, and I like setting up a 13-12 matchup between Akron and Hofstra, but like you said, they did have a much easier route to win their conference tournament due to other teams helping them out. But it seems like a lot of people are going to be on Bama, and I'm not with it. It's going to be one of my most controversial picks of the show, I'm sure. But I got Hofstra taking it home, man.
Wow, the pride.
Yep.
Pride.
Shout out my boy Sells, man. He's been on him recently. Put me on to him. Watching Cruz Davis play, and he's special. I think I think if he's on his shit, gets his 25, 20 points per game, and boys around him give him some support, I think they could shock a lot of people.
Interesting. Well, I'll let you sit out on that island, and I will be very impressed if Hofstra ends up winning that basketball game. And yeah, that's all I gotta say there. Yeah, Bucks got stones for that one. Moving on to Tennessee against Miami, Ohio, or SMU, where me and Buck think our Miami Redhawks get the job done in Dayton. And that means they're playing these Volunteers. You know, these Volunteers up and down, up and down. Kind of want to look and see where this game's being played, actually. Where it's being played. I will be working, so unfortunately, I will not have eyes on this game. I'll be at work. Where is this game being played?
You're gonna have to put it on the Apple Watch or something, man.
No, I know. I'm gonna have to figure something out, man. I'm gonna have to figure something out or something. Yeah, it's gonna be rough. I'm gonna be tweaking. I told my colleagues on Friday. I'm gonna be tweaking. I'll probably show up super hungover as well. Maybe fly in early on a Thursday morning and barely make it to work. But I'm gonna have to get some kind of eyes on this game. Where is this being played? Do you know?
I mean, it sucks you can't preview it because of the first 4 game.
Where's Xfinity Mobile Arena? I want to say that's Philly.
Philadelphia, yeah.
Okay. So, kind of a neutral. The Red Hawk faithful will travel for this game if we win. I know that for a fact. I'm gonna say that the Vegas puts this line at about 7 or 8. If Miami gets the job done, 8, 7, 8, 9. You agree with that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's hard to say. It's just gonna put me in that position where you were with that BYU game, and obviously they're gonna say we're biased. They're gonna say we're crazy, but I mean, I don't like this Tennessee team. I mean, it's a man, and I just watched him put up 1 field goal for 11 against Vanderbilt, the game when they were down the whole game. I think that the Red Hawks are just so streaky, and if they get the job done in Dayton, coming off that win, and the crowd behind them is going to be rallying supporting them, I think this is a game that they can get. And obviously, boys are going to think we're biased, but man, I would like to see. This is a good matchup for us. I was thinking all year, we're going to play North Carolina, we're going to play Tennessee, we're going to play BYU, and if I could pick any of the 6 seeds to be in a matchup with as an 11 seed, I would be picking Tennessee, and I think that the Red Hawks can get this one done.
Yeah, I like your take that it's kind of similar to me with my NC State logic. If NC State can get over that hump against Texas, I like their chances against BYU. And yeah, I mean, I'm gonna ride right here with you. Like this Tennessee team, they've kind of fallen flat on their face multiple times. Rick Barnes might be time to pack it up. You know, yeah, we're gonna do it. You know, the boys are gonna think, you know, otherwise. But yeah, give us the Red Hawks, take down these Volunteers in Philly.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. If you put us against BYU here, I'm not taking us. If you put us against probably the other 6 seed that's gonna be below us, I'm not taking us. But against a team like Tennessee, against a team like North Carolina, I'm perfectly happy in a matchup there. We're shooting the ball well, like we do, and just playing our ball. Suter playing his ball, Byers hitting threes, and man, that it's just this team is.
Yeah. Staying out of foul trouble.
Yeah, for sure.
We need Wolfolk to stay out of foul trouble, bro.
We gotta keep our heads, man. These that OU game, I boots on the ground, man. You can't have games where you're getting 4 tacticals. Steele's got to keep his head. And I understand that you want to light a fire in your boys, you want to light a fire in your team, but giving away possessions where we're supposed to have the ball and they get 2 free throws and the ball, it's up to a 5-point swing. I mean, just a couple of those lose games. And Marsh, I mean, Can't have that. So foul trouble and keeping your mental heads, like that's going to be a big thing for our team. And if we're shooting the ball the way we do with the boys behind us and the crowd that we're going to have at a game like this, coming out of Dayton, man, I think that we can, again, I mean, we're always going to be underrated no matter how many games we win. So just keep shocking the world.
That's what it's all about, man. It's been a special season, and like me and Buck were saying earlier, these guys are gonna have an extra chip on their shoulder just because they're in Dayton, and people are gonna keep denying them. People are gonna keep fading them. They're just gonna keep shitting on them. I don't know if you saw that one little kid on the Instagram saying Miami, Ohio does not deserve a bid in the NCAA tournament at all. And he said that before we lost to UMass. So I mean, just the hate we're getting, I think it just fuels the fire for our guys. We can play, and we're gonna shock the world here, and I love it. I love it.
Glad to hear we're on the same side, man.
Yeah, this game is interesting to me. Virginia, Wright State. I do love my Horizon League, and I think Wright State is a solid team, but they are no match for these Cavaliers. These Cavaliers are legit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm right there with you, man. I was heavy on plus 7.5 last night versus Duke, and they were in that game the whole way. Missed a free throw late. The tie could have led to tie the game on the front end of a 1-1, and they had the lead multiple times in that game. But I mean, their defense is disgusting, man. This Warriors team is similar to years past when they were a 1 and 2 seed, and a few bad losses, man. Coming in with 5 losses, still out of the ACC. One or two of them probably being to Duke, probably two of them. But still, they're a very very good team, and this is a team I could see doing something special this year. I don't know why, but I've rode with them a lot, and they've blessed me for sure. So growing up near Wright State, man, been there a bunch. Love the campus, man. Been to a few games as I've been a kid, 15, 20 minutes away from campus. But I don't think they're any match here. It's probably the best 4-3 seed in this bracket, and I think Virginia gets a commanding W.
I mean, you said it best. Virginia could do something really special in this bracket, depending on how it all shakes out. And yeah, I'm in agreement, 100%. Virginia. I mean, I was super surprised to see them lose to Carolina back in uh back in Charlottesville, but I mean that's with Caleb Wilson on the court, and he was playing his best ball back then. So yeah, and I think Virginia learns from those types of games, and especially learns from that game against Duke last night. So yeah, they could really shock some people here in March. I completely agree. Um,
I like this
Kentucky,
matchup.
Santa Clara. Yeah, you want to start us off here?
Yeah, I mean, growing up at a bunch of UK boys, got Henry Lynch, the boy here, big UK guy, OT.
Shout out Lynch.
Yes sir, yes sir. But I mean, opened at one.
OT too.
Yes sir, yes sir. Opened at 1.5, down to 4.5 now in Kentucky's favor. I've watched this UK team a bunch just because it's always on over here, but I really also don't mind the Santa Clara team. I think they are a very good team. I've hung with Gonzaga multiple times. Beat St. Mary's twice. So this is a game where bracket wise, I look at it and I see that the winner of this game is playing Iowa State. So it's like I'm in that position where I can flip a coin here, and it's like I wouldn't be mad at the result because I'm looking in the future and thinking they're gonna be set up against one of the better 2 seeds, and I don't really mind it. But I don't think Kentucky team is as good as it has been. I think Owe is a great player. Um, but I'm gonna lean towards Santa Clara here to at least cover the plus 4.5, and I think for right now I'm gonna take him to advance in my bracket.
Interesting. Interesting. I like your angles. I have an angle here myself. I think a lot of people are going to look at that championship game against Gonzaga and say, "Oh man, these guys lost by what they lose by? They lost by 11. I was on plus 9.5. That was brutal. I think that day I went 2-4, and my 4 losses, 3 of my 4 losses came by 2 points, and my one loss came by 1 point. And it doesn't get any worse than that.
Oh.
So, but this Santa Clara team was playing with a lot of pressure in that West Coast Conference championship. Now they have the monkey off their back. They're in the tournament, playing this Kentucky team in St. Louis. I think I'm still going to take Kentucky to advance here. I know they've struggled all year, but I still think they have the firepower to take down these Broncos. And obviously, I love the Broncos. I think they're a great team and all. But for some reason, I just think that these Cats get fired up for this one. You know, so many sad losses in years past in the first round. I think that really gets them. I hope Mark Pope actually just like shows them some clips, maybe a cool video. Like, man, like our guys have been like just getting dogged in the first round the last couple of years, and it's time to change that. And they're honestly happy to be. They're proud to be in the tournament. You know, it was looking like these Kentucky Wildcats were going to be the sad sack of the SEC in non-con for a little bit there. So that's why I think I'm going to take the Cats, and they're going to right the ship here. They're going to win the first round and move on here in St. Louis.
Yeah, I mean, we could be on different sides there. I don't mind it at all, but I don't know what's more surprising to me, man. A 3-bid WCC or a 2-bid MAC. It's impressive. Santa Clara, St. Mary's, and Gonzaga all making it, and then you got Akron and Miami. So some smaller conferences showing out this year with a weaker bubble. Teams like Auburn are going to make it over, and they really shouldn't make it over teams like this just because of name and likeness. It makes sense, and I'm happy that the committee made it this way.
Yeah, I mean, I agree 100%. It's great to see for the college basketball, and especially us mid-major guys. We love that 100%. Iowa State, Tennessee State. This is gonna be a rough one for Tennessee State. Congratulations, you won the Ohio Valley Conference, but you are playing a wrecking ball in this Cyclones team. They're gross, man. They're gross.
Yeah, I mean, all around.
Iowa State all day long.
Yeah, we don't got to talk about it too much. We can get on to the next round. But man, you got Vryakovic or whatever you pronounce his name. Like that kid can shoot the hell out of the ball. He goes on 9-0 runs by himself like it's nothing, man. 3 straight threes in 30 seconds, and they can get so streaky behind him. He's got plenty of guys that are just up there with him, and I think they're a well balanced team and another great force out of the Big 12. Man, I just think that it's gonna be a tough matchup for Tennessee State boys, and obviously it gets head down pretty easily.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a rough go for them. But yeah, it's time for us to move to round 2 and get this show on the road. We'll start off Duke TCU. We both agreed on both these. I love TCU. I love Jamie Dixon. Punch is awesome. That white boy point guard, he's incredible. He can really play. But yeah, Duke, and boy, like TCU might give him some problems. I'm not gonna lie, and we'll see what this line comes out at. If it's around 7, 8, 9. If it's 10, I'm definitely taking TCU plus 10.5 probably. But yeah, Duke doesn't lose this game. I hope you agree.
Yeah, man, I'm on your side. Just scroll on this app here. It says number 1 seeds are 76-6 against number 9 seeds, which honestly kind of surprises me because usually these games are a lot more competitive than many people would think. I mean, the 9 seed, 8 seed usually gets screwed. I mean, just the way the bracket works, it's always going to be tough to first off win that first game at a 50-50 coin flip, and then going to have to play one of the best 4 teams in college basketball that season every time. And I also do think these TCU Horned Frogs are a good team, and they could give this Duke team a scare, but just right around that line at 10 points, I mean, it's going to be tough to get aside. But I think Duke handles business here and keeps the momentum going into the Sweet 16.
Yeah, I agree. I'm opening up a little Slim Jim snack for the second round.
Nice play. I got a stack
Yeah,
off chilling over here for later too.
yeah, we're gonna need it. St. John's, Kansas. Um, this is incredible game. This is gonna be pure cinema. Um, Bill Self versus Rick Pitino. It's going out. This game might go down in the books. Um, God damn, man.
It's hard, man. This one's rough.
This is hard.
It's very rough. This might be the hardest one we've had to talk about so far.
This is hard. Um, Might as well just flip a coin, you know. Where is where is this game being played?
I think it's still TBD. I think that's what I'm pretty sure it's what all the round 32 games are gonna say.
Give me Kansas. Fuck.
I'm with you. I'm with you. It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough. I mean, like we said, the St. John's team fell off a 20-point dub at the Big East Conference tourney, commanding win versus UConn, and that's impressive. And like I said, I do like the St. John's team, but with how good Kansas can be and how good I think Peterson really is going to be in this tournament and how much of a factor he's going to show and improve his stock from the way that he has uh, lost some from people thinking that he's a liability due to injury. I think he's going to take his accountability here and he's going to play through anything that he is dealing with, no tightness, no soreness. And if he's playing his game and playing consistently and playing 30, 40 minutes a game, then I think Kansas gets it done here.
Yeah. I'm glad we agree on that one. This one's fun. USF, Michigan State. You can start us off here.
Yeah, man. Like I told you earlier, I'm not high on this Michigan State team, but like we both said, we are high on this USF Bulls team. And this is a matchup where, I mean, I don't think Michigan State will lose in the first round again. But where I said there's a world where it does happen, and it's going to be, I bet, an 8.5 point spread against these USF Bulls if they do win their first round matchup. But I think, at least to start from now, I'm going to take the USF Bulls to advance, man. I don't know what it is. I can't get behind this Michigan State team. It's a team that I watched lose to a Minnesota Golden Gophers team that isn't very good. It's a team I've seen lose to Michigan by 20, 30 points and or come back at the end, but they've been in games with Michigan where they haven't had a shot. Um, and I mean they hung around with Duke, I guess, by 6 points, another loss there. But I think that these Bulls, I mean, watching this game versus Wichita State today, they proved something to me, and I'm happy to ride them into the Sweet 16. I think it could be a little dark horse out of.
Yeah. The one thing I will mention that we have to think about is if for some reason USF doesn't win, does Louisville beat Michigan State? One thing we got to think about when we're making these brackets because, you know, it's great if we think one team can beat them, but if they don't get past that first round, like, doesn't mean anything. I think Michigan State's bigs would dominate Louisville's bigs, and that's how they would win that game over Louisville. You know, honestly, I haven't watched enough of USF. Like, I know they're a fantastic ball club, but are they are they more bigs? Are their bigs a little bit better, or is it more guard play that kind of gets their job done? Gets the job done for these guys. Yeah, he was player of the year, right? For the American. Yeah, I'm sweating, bro. I'm sweating. Um, I'm gonna battle you here. I think Sparty makes it to at least the Sweet 16. I like Kohler's energy. I like Cooper. I think Fears shows up. And and then their surrounding cast does what it has to. So I'm gonna be on Sparty here. Yeah, I don't know if they make it any further, but I'll go Sparty here. Yeah. UCLA, UConn. By the way, I have a question. Is Bilodeau hurt? Bilodeau's hurt, right? Is he playing in the tournament? Do you know? I'm looking that up right now. Um, Bilodeau knee injury. Um, um, it's looking that he probably will play, but he's probably going to be a little banged up. He's not going to be. It's a right knee strain, so it's not anything major, but it's definitely he'll be playing at probably 75-80%. So, but I mean, I believe he's. I don't know if he's a senior, but um, he cares a lot about this UCLA program. I think he's stayed with them throughout his career, so it means a lot to him. He's gonna fight till the end for these boys. Um, this game's super interesting to me because I mean Nick Cronin, man, like what are we gonna get? What are we really gonna get out of these UCLA Bruins? Um, and what are we gonna get out of UConn as well on the same side? This is gonna be a fantastic ball game if we get to see it. Holy shit! I think I'm gonna go UConn for the sole reason that Bilodeau is a little banged up, but I think this one ends in a buzzer beater. This one goes to the fucking ringer, goes to the bell. But yeah, I'm going UConn. Um, and I'm not this. Yeah, I don't love it. I don't love it, but I'm gonna go UConn. I don't know about you. Hmm. Yeah, I don't hate that. Like I said, I don't love taking UConn here, but I think I will. Yeah. All right. Florida, Clemson. Um, Florida, Clemson, man. Clemson has better guard play. Well, no. I mean, minus Davion Lee. But I mean, like, what are we gonna see from Xavier Lee? Is Xavier Lee gonna step it up? Is he gonna step up to the fucking? Is he gonna answer the call? Is he gonna be like, all right, fuck this shit, like we're going crazy? He's gonna have to if this Florida team wants to make a run. Um, he's got to play. He's got to play his best ball and really fight fight for minutes and be really scoring the rock, facilitating the rock. I do think Florida gets them here on their big play. I don't think Clemson has enough firepower from three to overtake their better guard play. Um, and yeah, I think Florida gets this one done. It's going to be a close battle though, but give me the Gators, chomp chomp. Yeah. All right, we got Vandy, Nebraska. It could be McNeese, Troy. Don't forget about that. It could be. It could be. You never really know with these kind of things. But me and you have Vandy and Nebraska. Um, this is so. Why is this so hard? Why is this so hard? Gun to my head, Vandy. Right on the money. Right on the money. Yeah. Yeah. I agree. Um, I feel like this all like we got me and you haven't, or we only disagreed where you have USF over Michigan State, but I'm sitting here with Duke, Kansas, Michigan State, UConn, Florida, Vandy. Um, my first six of my Sweet 16. Like, I don't want to like mess with my head or anything, but it feels like very like favorite friendly right now, and I'm not really loving it, but we'll see. Um, VCU, Illinois. This is a spot, man. I mean, Illinois has pissed me off so many times. I really want to take them here over VCU, but like also like maybe what I was just saying is kind of like vibes, just like saying like, oh, VCU's got them, you know, like I don't know. What do you think? Yeah, 100%. Yeah, yeah, I agree. I mean, I like Illinois, and I like Illinois over Carolina too. So give us the Illini. I'm right there with you. Um, you have St. Mary's. I have Texas A&M against Houston here in the round of 32. Um, I'm not even gonna think about this one. Give me the Cougars. I don't really have much else to say. Calvin Sampson, ride or die. Yeah, yeah. No. Moving on. Another disagreement that we had. I got Arizona, Utah State. You have Arizona, Villanova. Um, I still don't think it matters. Uh, Arizona, Tommy Lloyd, Kyle Pete, they move. They ride. You got UCLA though, beating UConn. Uh, yeah, right there with you. Now this is arguably. I mean, it's no Bill Self versus Rick Pitino, but I think this is a fantastic basketball. We got ball basketball game. Got Wisconsin against the Razorbacks here in the round of 32. This one's tough, man. So I'm gonna go with the team that has been more consistent throughout the year. And you know who that is? That's gonna be the Arkansas Razorbacks. I think they've been more consistent throughout the year, and they show that here. It's hard though because I know we've seen Wisconsin play such good basketball, um, but I like Arkansas to move forward and make it to at least the Sweet 16. Yep. All right, this is a game where me and you disagreed. Well, I said BYU wins if they play Texas, but I said NC State wins if they play each other. So we got either BYU, Gonzaga, or NC State, Gonzaga. Um, I don't think it matters. I think Gonzaga moves forward. That's just my opinion. I don't really see any other argument. I mean, I know you probably might have other plans here with AJ DeBonsa going nuts, but I'm going Zags. Going Zags. Yeah, give it to me. I have NC State beating BYU. Yeah, I I'm right there with you. Now here is a this is a heater. Miami Hurricanes, Purdue Boilermakers, heater. Um, it's gonna be hard for me to go against Trey Donaldson and these guys. I think Trey Donaldson is a freaking dog, and I think Malik Reneau is also a fantastic big, and I think he's a better big than any of the thing that Purdue has. And I also think that Trey Donaldson is going to be the best guard on the floor as well, and that's why I'm going to take the upset Miami Hurricanes over Purdue Boilermakers here in round 32. No shot. One thing I will mention is, I mean, what if Miami loses to Missouri? No shot. Missouri beats Purdue. That's the only like caveat here. That would fucking blow. No. Um, but yeah, Kansas should get yeah. But happy we are on the same side there. Then we got a incredible side over here. We got Michigan taking on St. Louis. Um, it's gonna be a great game. I just I just don't think St. Louis has enough. Um, enough in the tank to take them down. They probably cover whatever numbers thrown their way, whether it's 7, 8, 9, 10. But I just don't think they have enough gas in the tank to take down the Wolverines here. So we'll take Michigan to move on into the Sweet 16. Yeah, right there with you. So this is gonna be a fun pick for you, my friend. You got Akron and Hofstra here in the round of 32. I have Akron, Bama. I'll let you start us off. Um, I'll be right there with you, taking Akron over Bama. Bama has shown to just not be. I don't know if it's not be themselves or just kind of like freeze up in the moment. I think they got lucky against Arkansas at home, but you're not at home anymore. Well, this ain't Kansas or whatever they say in the Wizard of Oz. So give me, give me Akron, give me the Zips. Like you said it best. They've fought adversity hard. They've been through tough games all season. They've learned from their mistakes. They're gonna make a deep run in this tournament. Love it. Yeah, 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 man. Um, I mean Ryan Odom, he just has athletes all over the floor. Like, sure, our guys are athletes, but like I love my school. I love Miami of Ohio. I love Oxford, but we just don't have their talent. And like you said, like we would have to be playing out of our minds, hitting threes at a 60% clip. turning over the ball maybe 2 or 3 times. Just playing insane basketball to be able to beat this Virginia team. And my stepbrother goes to Virginia. I'd love to be able to shove that down his fucking throat and take those guys down. But if I'm putting money on something and I'm putting I can't keep my heart on my sleeve here, and I'm gonna have to go with my brain over my heart. And Virginia, they're too good to lose this game, so they make it a Sweet 16. It's tough to see our boys go out this way, but it's probably gonna happen. And if it doesn't, we're gonna be ecstatic. We're gonna be hype as hell. So, mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. And that brings us to you have Santa Clara, I think. And I have Kentucky. They're playing Ohio State. I think we both know what we're doing here. Um, I Part of me wants to take Kentucky. That might sound crazy. Um, yeah, I'm not going there yet. I'm doing a little research. I'm looking a little bit. I'm doing a little scrolling here. Yeah, no, definitely not. No, definitely not. I would stay all day long. Bleep that out. Um, Iowa State moves on to the Sweet 16. Yeah, um, I agree. I mean, I think I think they believe that they can win it all, which is scary. So, um, yeah, moving on. It's the Sweet 16. And we both got Duke, Kansas starting it off. Um, I mean, Kansas is gonna have to. I kind of think Kansas can win this basketball game if Duke isn't playing their best stuff. And and Peterson's out there, Council's hitting his shots. Like I truly believe that Kansas can win this basketball game. Will they? Probably not. Um, yeah, That's why I think I'm gonna take. I will take Duke because even if St. John's beats Kansas, I don't think St. John's beats Duke. So, yeah, Duke to the Elite Eight for me. Yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Um, I'm getting sweaty. Road to March, baby. We're here. Let's fucking go. Alright. Okay. We got so you have USF, I got Michigan State, and then you have USF versus UCLA. Yeah, we're complete opposites. So you got USF, UCLA. Well, I'm at Michigan State, UConn. That's insane. That's just like polar opposites. Um, you want to do you want to start or you want me to go? Okay, I'll just start rambling then. UConn crapshoot. Dan Hurley probably gonna get ejected from this game. Tom Izzo probably gonna get ejected from this game. It's gonna be insane. I really want to see it personally. Um, but the fact that we've gotten to this point, this one's hard. This one's harder than that Kansas Duke. This is one of the hardest ones I've had to pick from. I'm gonna go UConn just for the sole reason that I think the UConn bigs hit the three ball at a higher clip, and I mean unless Kohler's draining like 4 or 5 threes, I don't think they win this game. So for that reason alone, I believe UConn moves on to the Elite Eight. Yeah, yeah, that's my pick. Fair enough. Bold pick, but I don't mind it. I don't think it's that hard of a take. So here we go. Moving on. Florida, Vandy, SEC, revenge. Revenge is on their minds. You the Gators, chomp chomp, baby, chomp chomp. Sorry, Vandy. The road ends here. I don't know if you disagree, but we'll see. What do you got? Yeah, I mean, I hear what you're saying, but I do think how um, I believe he'll be guarding their best player, whoever's playing the best that day, and he's gonna have to have one of the best defensive games of his career, probably, because, like you said, Vandy's firepower at the guard 1, 2, 3 position is a little bit stronger than Florida's offensively. They can definitely run up the scoreboard. Um, but yeah, I'm still riding with the Gators. Chomp chomp. 100%. 100%. So you got Vandy. I got Florida. Um, this game's incredible to me. We got Illinois. Brad Underwood taking on Houston. Kellen Sampson. This is super interesting to me because I mean I think either team. I think whoever wins this game beats Florida. Personally, I think if Illinois beats Houston, I think they beat Florida. If Houston beats Illinois, I think they beat Florida. Um, yeah. So Houston be like I don't want to like my ego, like at Houston preseason. This is where things get tricky. I was telling you earlier, Houston was my preseason national champion, and now they're sitting here in the Sweet 16, taking on a tough Illinois team. These guys are fucking dogs. They're tough, and I think I want to say they learned from their mistakes, losing all these games to Wisconsin and shit, but they just kept doing it. So I'm gonna say, fucking, give me a Houston. Going with my pride, sticking with my pride here. Give me Kellen Sampson and the Cougars to make it to the Elite Eight. Thanks to Fleming, he goes nuts and he does everything he can to get these guys to the Elite Eight. That's just my pick. Beautiful. And then this is another matchup we agreed on: Arizona, Arkansas. Um, I'll let you start us off here. Yeah, you started talking about him like 2 minutes into the show. You're like, I love Arizona. I like him too. Beating your UCLA Bruins, beating you. I was on that. I was on the Bruins that game in non-con, actually. Yeah, I agree. First, Shout out Fritos. They make a delicious chip here. Honey twist, man. Never had it. Go try it. Fritos, we need a partnership. Come on. This shit's fire right here. Um, Buck's absolutely correct here. Arizona, they just have the depth over this Arkansas team. I mean, Arkansas team had their top three players doubled. We'd be having an argument here, but they don't. So give me Arizona. They move on to the Elite Eight. Um, and here's where me and you actually agreed. We both have Zag. We both have Zags versus the Canes here in the Sweet 16. You want me to go here? All right. Yeah. The Canes, they've had a tremendous season. This would be an insane win if they could pull this off. If they could pull this one off. No, I don't think it's that unrealistic because I've seen these guys in person. I've seen them on the telly. Trey Donaldson is insane. He's got supporting cast. Blake Renew, he can go with EK. You know, like that's like Renew and EK. They're gonna go against each other, and they're gonna go back and forth, back and forth. But like, I don't think EK has faced a lot of bigs that can actually handle him, and I think he can. So, um, give me Jay Lucas, first year Miami head coach, gets these guys to the fucking Elite Eight. Give me the Canes. Come on, baby. It's all about the U. It's all about the U. Me too. Me too. They've won us some. They've definitely won us some money. I mean, fair enough. I mean, we both have Purdue going out in the round of 32, and we could be absolutely incorrect about that. So, um, but I don't know. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. I I like it, man. I like this Miami team. I think they learned a lot about against in the ACC tournament. You know, they played some good stuff. You know, they had some good games, and yeah, it's gonna be an exciting tournament regardless. We're gonna have a lot of fun, and can't believe I'm off work Wednesday. I can't believe I'm off Wednesday, Thursday. I get to watch all these games on Wednesday, Thursday. What could be better, you know? What could be better? Like, I'm an adult now. I can't just sit around like you and just watch games all day anymore. I wish that used to be my life, and I could just watch games all the time. But I can't do that anymore. Um, it's fair. I'm just kind of putting my balls out on the table here and letting them hang. uh, with this Miami pick. So it's either going to go super well or it's not. So we'll find out the hard way. Um, Moving on. Me and you both. We got Michigan taking on Akron in the Sweet 16. You got new starters. The Zips, they're done. Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you here. Akron, congratulations. You're a great ball club and all, and you fight hard. But man, you lost to Murray State. You lost to Troy. Like you're not winning this game. Sorry, boys. You made the Sweet 16. Congratulations. But Big Blue Nation. Shout out Barry. Um, um, and yeah, Michigan moves on. All right, this game is super intriguing to me. Yeah, that'd be insane. If that could happen, that'd be electric. And it's not even our team, but I would still feel very proud. Virginia, Virginia, Iowa State. I'll let you start us off here. So excited! Absolute fire. Yeah, we got a battle. I like UVA here. Gets gets me three ACC teams into the Elite Eight. And I believe the ACC climbed leaps and bounds this year. Like last year, they were atrocious. They were horrible. They had like two teams in the Big Dance. The switch flipped, however you want to say it, and ACC figured it out. I just think UVA has the defense to hold these Cyclones, hold them up a little bit, and they have just enough offense to get themselves over the hump. And UVA finds himself in an Elite Eight matchup with the Michigan Wolverines. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. All right, so moving on to the Elite Eight. This has been electric. I've had so much fun. I don't know about you. I've been having a blast. Incredible. Yes sir. Yes sir. And hopefully we get some good picks going here. Check the picks page again. Make sure check it out. So I have Duke. He has Duke. I got UConn. He's got UCLA. So I have Duke, UConn in the Elite Eight. He's got Duke, UCLA. I'll start us off. Um, I think both these games. I mean, personally, I think UConn has a better chance of beating Duke than UCLA. Personally, I don't know if you feel the same way, but like you picked UCLA over UConn. Uh, I don't know if it's a high noon talking or what, but um, I really don't want to take UConn over Duke, especially after they just got beat by 20 against St. John's. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take Duke to move on to the Final Four. My first Final Four team is the Duke Blue Devils. Yep, yep. Um, yeah, so we agree there. Duke is our first Final Four team. Now we got Florida Houston. Florida Houston, right? Oh, you're Vandy Houston. He's Vandy Houston. I'm Florida Houston. Um, yeah, I'm gonna stick with my pride here again. Houston is my preseason national champion. Um, and this is a revenge spot. These guys played for the national championship just a year ago. You know that's on Kelvin Sampson's mind. You know that's on the returning players for Houston. Um, obviously, it's on the minds of for Floridians, the Florida players. I don't even know what I'm saying, but um, they're coming for blood. They're coming for blood here, and Cougars get the job done, and they advance to the Final Four once again. Kelvin Sampson makes another run to the Final Four. Yeah, Houston, moving on. Yeah, this is insane. This is crazy. Um, how this is shaping up, especially on my board. because I had not done a bracket. Like obviously, the bracket came out today. Me and Buck are looking at this for basically the first time, and just straight shooting it. What our feels are. But yeah, Duke, Houston, both have them in our final four. First two teams. Now I got Arizona against Miami Hurricanes. He's got Arizona against Gonzaga. Um, Fortunately, Jay Lucas, the road ends here. Arizona, um, they probably cook you by about 12 points here in the in the Elite Eight. But you put up a tough fight, and we're proud of you. Um, Florida faithful, Miami faithful, they're electric that you made it here. But yeah, Arizona's just too powerful, and Tommy Lloyd he's got his eyes set on that national championship. He wants it. He wants it really bad. And I don't blame him. I'd want it too. Cut down the nets. That'd be fucking sweet. Yeah. Now here's where things get tricky for probably both of us. I mean, you love Iowa State, and I like Virginia here. We're playing Michigan. I mean, Houston's a two seed, correct? So right now, I don't want to speak too much about this and let it clog our brains, but we got a one seed, two seed, one seed. One more team left to join our final four. I mean, I was already thinking to take Virginia, man. Just stir the pot, you know. Like, you know what I'm saying? I, I mean, this Michigan team, we've seen them be volatile. I mean, obviously, I have Purdue losing in the fucking round of 32. Michigan lost to Wisconsin earlier this season, as well. I'm gonna go do little research here. If you want to talk about Iowa State, Michigan, I'm gonna go. I'm looking at a few things here. Yep, 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 Yeah, I agree with you there. I mean, definitely with all the money that's being thrown around, um, it kind of leaves these players to, with honestly that PGA Tour live golf mentality. You know, you can, but it's so different. It's so different. I mean, you can stick with your team, the team that recruited you, the team that believed in you. You can stick it out with them, or you can go chase the bag with another team that believes in you as well. I find it super interesting. I still love college basketball. That'll never change. But I do think that this entire NIL transfer portal money situation does affect things. But it does leave for great stories as well. Like our Miami Ohio Redhawks, man. Travis Steele was able to keep so many of those players that could have gone to play at Power Five, most Power Five schools, but they decided these kids made the choice to stay and make a run, and I think that's what makes college basketball so special. Um, so yeah, that's what I got there. Yeah, I mean, I'm not one to like. There's some people that say break Division 1. I'm for breaking college. Like, this is a college basketball account, but I am one for breaking college football down. You know, schools like Miami High will never have a chance to. We have a much higher chance of winning March Madness than ever winning a college football playoff. Why are we competing against the Alabamas of the world or the Ohio States of the world? Like that doesn't make any sense to me. I'm much more for breaking that up than breaking down college basketball. But you're absolutely right. Something has to give in this whole thing. But I mean, we're here and we got to make these picks, and 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 things aren't gonna just change overnight, you know. So we're here for it, and we're gonna stick it out till the end. Sure. When we're looking at it right here, I mean, you got Iowa State, right, beating Michigan. And for me, I just did a little scrolling. You know, Virginia just lost to Duke in the ACC championship by 4 points. It's not a lot of points. Duke manhandled Michigan. I don't know if you remember that, but like they kind of manhandled them. They tore them up. Like it was close, and then it wasn't. Um, yeah, and that is the reason. I'm just gonna go against the grain here. Give me Virginia Cavaliers Final Four run. Um, why not? Why not? Why not? So that leaves my Final Four: Duke, Houston versus Arizona, UVA, in Indianapolis. And then you got Duke, Houston, Arizona, Iowa State, correct? So we're right there. We're basically identical. We both have a different team coming out of the Midwest. And Barry's gonna be upset about this one. He's not gonna be happy. Um, but it is what it is. Um, I want you to start us off with Duke Houston. You got us. You got it. Nope. No, they are not the same guys. But there are Houston guys still there. Yeah, I'm right there with you. Calvin Sampson said it at the beginning, like when the average guy hoop started. This was back in the middle of October, 2025. Came out my Big 12 preseason prediction. Came out my national champion prediction. I was like, yeah, you go back and look. Big 12 preseason prediction. Houston Cougars preseason national championship. Um, I think you're spot on with the fact that these Duke guys on this team weren't a part of that team that had that unfortunate loss to the Cougars in March last year. Um, and Kelvin Sampson, he's the more veteran coach. I know John Shire's an incredible coach, and he's gonna have years and years and years to get to this point. Kelvin Sampson doesn't have that many more chances at this thing, so um, I think he's gonna get his boys ready to go, and they're gonna make another run to the chip. Yeah, give us the Houston Cougars to go to the national championship. Yeah, which is great, which is incredible. It's crazy to think that a coach has, but it's the nature of the game. It's all about the heart. I mean that's what it really comes down to. So um, me and Buck agree here. Houston comes out there. And this is going to be super interesting. Arizona. I obviously know where. I'm pretty sure I know where you're going here. I got Arizona UVA. You got Arizona Iowa State. Um, I'll start us off, I guess. Man, I remember sitting in that bar watching that Kansas Arizona game and just being so pissed off. But man, those refs were terrible. They were so bad. Tommy Lloyd. I mean, no one really talks about. I mean, it's still to this day, I feel like no one talks about Tommy Lloyd. Not that much, like very little bit. Um, and it's Ryan Odom's first year at UVA. They're going to be super hyped that they made it to a Final Four. They're probably going to be super hungover, but they don't have national championship aspirations. They definitely do. We said that they could make an incredible run this year and do something special. And making a Final Four is definitely special. But um, these Arizona Wildcats, they have the chip on their mind, the Big 12 championship. Um, you know, they really wanted that one, and Houston's gonna have a chance to little revenge game, and it's gonna be another look at the Big 12 championship, Houston versus Arizona in the national championship. For me, you get to see it right. You get to see it again a couple weeks later. This is insane. This is like looks. This is like a script, man. This is nuts. Yeah, it's and the craziest part is that I mean I'm set to pick here between my preseason national champion prediction versus the team that I believe is playing best ball in the country right now. So this is an incredible hard decision for me to make right now. Just because yeah, yeah, you go ahead, you go ahead. this brings us to like, hey, road to March, baby. It's been a long road coming. I love all you guys. Before I say anything, but I love all you guys. Sport's been insane, and it's only year one. Can't wait to keep this thing alive and see where we can take it. But with that said, I've been saying it multiple times. Houston preseason prediction. This is, but I still believe in it. I said it in videos in the past. I still believe in it, and I can't believe I'm saying it today. I do still believe in it. They just lost to Arizona in the Big 12 championship. They got a chip on their shoulder. They want revenge again, and they want that chip. Kelvin Sampson, I believe he's the better coach over Tommy Lloyd, and I think he has these guys ready in the biggest moment of their lives here in the national championship, and that's what gets them over the hump. Kingston Fleming balls the fuck out, and these Cougars win the chip in Indianapolis, and it's gonna be a great story. And yeah, I got the Cougars. Kelvin Sampson gets it done. He's gonna be crying on the floor. Kingston Fleming's gonna be top 3 overall pick, and and that's the story. That's what she wrote. Yeah, yeah, man. Appreciate you coming on, spending these hours with me, breaking down this bracket. And we will have both of our brackets up on the picks page and our picks for the tournament first four, and maybe shoot a video together out there in Oxford or Dayton or wherever the hell out there in Ohio. Can't wait to get boots on the ground and get back to the big OH, man. Yes, sir. Yeah, man. Thank you, Buck. And this is what we live for. We all know college basketball. It's a cult community. But we love each other and we ride together, and that's what it's all about. Let's go. All right, peace, man. Talk. Yes, sir.